G'day guys, part 2, mailbag preview, Swan Hill, 3 days. We're going to do a bunch of races from each day that one of us is keen to bet into. So we'll start with race number 1 on Friday, the 8th of June. It's a 2-year-old fillies and mares race, 2-year-old and up.
Yeah, it must be 2-year-old and up.
It's a maiden, 1200 metre maiden.
Yeah, I think this horse will come up
We don't have any prices.
maybe $3 and under, $2.50, somewhere. It'll be the favourite. Carano from the Waller camp, Bragwell on. Probably should have won first up last prep off some very good jump outs and the like. Was beaten by Handy One and Ambitious Gem, where SP favourite. Then it went on to run second behind Think Blue at Ballarat, subsequent group winner in a pretty decent 1400 metre maiden. She's come back this prep, she's jumped out well. Just think they're taking her up here for a kill sort of thing. She doesn't strike anything sort of that's jumping off the page at you like that has sort of similar ability to her. I'm happy enough to play with her in the first race. I think she can kick the carnival off to a winner. Punters get one early over the bookies because it's going to be a long...
Oh, it's going to be long, I can't
It's
wait.
going to be long for you out there slaving away against them. Circulate's probably the danger. Won't be losing on Minamosa in the race either, but Carano...
What price roughly are you keen or happy to take?
I'd be happy to take sort of 230 above.
Love it. That is a declaration. Race 3 now. It is a... Bear with us. It's a 1200 metre race again. It's a benchmark 70 for 3-year-olds.
Yep. You're keen to bet here with the Sheik.
Very keen to back Street Chic at $2.50 or better.
$2.50?
What do you reckon I'm going to get?
I can get like 5, 6.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm hoping. I don't know if we should post it. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think it's a moral. Best horse in this race by some way. Put itself on pace. 1200 metres isn't ideal, but it's better than these.
Swan Hill, like if they roll along a bit here, it's a long straight. Like horses that are back in the field, they get their time to really sort of wind up.
Safront had its Christmas that day at Sandown.
Don't even talk. I was on Street Chic at 30s.
Yeah. So Poseidon's Pool can run on, but I think Street Chic $2.50 or better is an enormously good bet. Race number 4, we head to next.
The Elstrom Classic. 2-year-old event, Elstrom Classic. It's my favourite horse, Elstrom. Probably the first horse I really fell in love with.
Really?
Remember sort of being, I think I was 4 or 5.
God, you're sick.
And I went to the Caulfield Cup. I think we had a runner on the day. And I mainly went just to watch Elstrom. So he broke his maiden at Swan Hill. Harada son broke his maiden in this race. Won by about 10 lengths. This race though, this year, I thought we should probably touch on it because there'll be a lot of punters sort of keen to bet into a race like this as there usually is. They're a pretty even lot. More bricks. One on debut beating Yulong February.
Oh, that was good. Back to that day.
Yeah, there's not much between those two. Yulong February might have tapered off a bit since then, even though it's been winning. Hasn't really posted figures as such as it did on that debut.
You'd think more bricks will beat it home, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd be happy enough to be with more bricks to beat it. Gang Geek, if we can get back to its win at Ballarat, where it went through the roof. It did SP $81 there though. Maybe a bit of victim of circumstance there last start at the Lakeside, special design in the game. It's probably a race I wasn't betting in. But
what did you make of Silent Protector and Zip Spurs trials? Jump out. Have you seen either?
I saw Silent Protector, it was okay.
Sounds like you're penning it to me.
Yeah.
Pen.
Probably not a race I'll be betting too heavily into, but I thought it's one we should touch on.
Mounting Yard Mail race for me, which you can get because I'll be there all 3 days. Hopefully I'll survive. Some people talking up like it's almost as big as a bull.
It nearly is. I've never been, but I've heard some big stories out of Swan Hill.
I'll be there and I'll be hanging around Jonathan Walsh's stand. He'll be there for 3 days. If you want a couple of ticks above, I'm sure he'll help you out. Do you reckon he will? He definitely will. He definitely will.
I gave Walsh a little dig at Warrnambool.
Did you?
Saying he just gives you unders and everything. I don't know why you bet with him. So
he'll definitely be looking after anyone who watches the show. Just come up and ask.
He's a good man. He'll let you win.
Race 5, it's a benchmark 64, 2,100 metre race. It's a benchmark 64.
Yeah, I think there's 2 horses here that are ready to win. One of them is Zedinator from the Weir camp. Good run, 2 back behind Lucky for All, the Bull. Then went to Kilmore last start and probably should have won. He was back last in the field, sort of saved all the ground up the inside and just didn't get there, even though we won at the early price there. I'm following him. I think he's about ready to win now. 2,000 metre tick, Yendel tick, we're deeper into the prep. And then the other horse that I've been following as well is Manangatang. I really liked him there last start at Sandown. Sort of got a bit on the steer. Not everything went right for him. It was a plain run. I'll give him that much. But coming back to this sort of grade now, out to 2,100 metres, he's only going to be a tick. I'm getting Linda Meach as well. I think this horse should be around sort of $10, $15 mark in a race like this. I'd be happy enough to be with him in the race as well, but I'll be playing him and Zedinator. Two horses on the up against some horses that have sort of been in this grade and struggling to knock it off.
Nothing from me, Mounting Urban Mail. Race number 6, the Gold Topaz over 1,200 metres.
Yeah, very good race. First among equals, Steel Frost in the race. Then we went down to a horse like Manalo Blahnik.
Innkeeper, Flying.
All those sort of horses, or Manalo Blahnik, Steel Frost, First among equals, they're competitive in group races. I reckon they'll all be competitive in group 1s. Interesting how this race is going to be run though. Manalo Blahnik, if he gets the genuine speed and he can sort of get back and fly home, he's probably the one to beat for mine. Whether 1,200 is just a little bit on the short side, he's looking for 14. He was good there first up in Sydney. Coming back to here, Swan Hill is going to be his track. First among equals looked exceptional in the yard, I thought, last start in the straight 6 where he won.
Agreed.
Backed him just purely off that. Didn't really like him going into the race, but that was just a sort of a sign of the money was on with Weir and he looked right.
Which is always a good sign.
Yep, he's right in the game. Steel Frost is the other one right in the game, but they're sort of all similar. They're going to be getting back and running on. Innkeeper could be the one making his own luck up on speed. It'll be a good race to watch. Don't know how heavily involved we'll be getting though.
Well, we haven't seen a market yet.
Exactly, that's like all these races, so very speculative.
I'll be working around first among equals, Steel Frost, Innkeeper, Manalo Blahnik, and Husson Eagle. Hopefully there's some value around those ones. There's they back or find some others there.
Yeah, they look
and then I'll sort of try and refine that again in the mounting yard. And then with the way the track's playing, if it's on pace, and I'm pretty keen to back Innkeeper, I think you get a pretty good price about it. It's just sort of stepping up here. And if they're running on, I think you get a really good price, Husson Eagle.
Yeah.
Who can win this race.
Race 7, I know Trav Man, he was doing the trials article there for racing.com. He did put in Mr. Individual, who is first up for Weir. So he's the horse that Trav was sort of intrigued by. Depending on price, I was sort of talking to him last night. If we were getting sort of $8 plus, he might be worth something small at the price.
At $8?
Yeah. I think if he was saying last night, if we got sort of that sort of price to find out whether he is back, but off the trial it did look that way. So something there for the punters.
Oh, that's just, I couldn't touch that horse. Weir's good, but still that's a bit scary.
Gotta have an opinion, Dicko.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But you don't have to bet. $20 I'll be interested in. We're doing race 8?
Race 8, yep.
You want to bet here, don't you?
Yep, keen to bet here. I think this horse will go up around sort of $8 mark, around there, maybe a bit longer. It's hard to sort of say considering there's some big fields here, but Accreditation's ready to win. Now third up, Weir was good there at Warrnambool first up. Don't know if you saw him in the mounting yard, but I thought he looked very well there, forward enough. Then he went to Geelong, their last start, where he ran well in a race where there's a few horses coming through that similar form line, but I think he'll be better suited stepping up to the mile now. I'm getting Yendel, Weir, Swan Hill. I think they could both have very big carnivals. It's a carnival he's won well at previously, Weir, but he hasn't really dominated like he has the Bull. This could maybe his year where he just sort of takes home everything and really asserts his dominance. He's the horse I'm happy to back, sort of.
Draws the Steel form's good here.
Maybe like 2x5 in the race, more the place in the win, but I think he's definitely a win bet as well. Yeah, after following this prep, I'm keen to bet Accreditation. He's probably my best bet of the day there on race 1.
I agree, but just it's all about price, isn't it?
Yeah, like if he goes up sort of 450 or something like that, I'm probably not.
Yeah, which they can do, these carnivals with weird horses.
Yeah.
They put up a ridiculous price and hope that victims take it.
and they can be backed early. Like we saw that at Warrnambool, where a few of them were just like off the map early, and then they got back out to their right price. So just be wary of that too.
Yeah, I definitely totally agree with that. I think it's the one to beat here, but I want to see sort of the numbers you're talking about, and then bet the way you were saying. I'm with you. We head to Saturday, the 9th. We're back at Swan Hill again for day 2. I want to bet 2 races here. Did you want to bet anything other than race 1 and race 8?
Yeah, I think there might be a bit of value in the middle of the day, a bit of a spec bet. But race 1, Mighty Quinn, horse we're both keen to back.
Moral.
Yeah, we were talking before. It's very hard to see this horse getting beat.
What price do you think they go up?
If we get anything sort of around 280, if it's not in the red early, he's a bet. He'll start in the red.
He'll start in the red. If they can put up $3.
Coming through that Lime Kilns race, where the race rated very well, he was back there 90 to 550.
That horse is in the market on Saturday.
Exactly.
Against good horses.
I think this horse would have been in the market in that race too. He's genuine talent. 2,000 metres is a tick. Meech, tick.
Kamani, tick.
Like there's just a lot weighing up in this horse's favour.
You know Linda's going to have the spurs on. She's going to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
She wears in her bed.
Sure.
Imagine that.
Wouldn't be too pleasant, I could imagine. he's a moral. Definitely.
Race. Which other race do you want to do, mate, before race 8? You didn't put on the rundown. He's from racing.com. You think he'd be all over the rundown, guys, but he's just not.
Race number... Give me a sec. I think it's, race number 7, I reckon it is. Yeah, race 7. Calibrate. Now, he's a half-brother Criterion, but he's back with the Aussie Coffee stable now. He did enough there at Mildura 2 starts ago where I thought it's a bit of a setup for Swan Hill. Then he went to Ballarat last start, was beaten 16 lengths. Like he ran second last. But some horses at the moment, they're just not handling that Ballarat track, especially when it's soft. They're sort of not running to what their best is. He drops right back in class to a race like this. He could go up like 50 to 1 in a race like this, and he's 4th up, 2,000 metres. He's probably been set for the race. I think we could be doing much worse than having sort of a peanut on him each way at a massive price.
Well, I'm going to have to follow you in there now. If you think 50s.
Oh, miles, sorry. Yeah, he should be around that sort of price. He might have a bit of early support though, considering he has been set up for the race. He's sort of monitor the market, but it'll be definitely double figures, $21 plus.
All right, race 8. It's a benchmark 64, over 1,300 metres for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares. And there's a horse here that I really, really love. I think something went wrong with her last prep at Bendigo. She's progressive. She's really talented. She's in the right stable. Carries a bit of weight here, but I think she's better than most of these. I reckon we might get a price too.
Yeah.
Really, really keen each way. Race 8, number 5, Our Shaquilla.
Yeah.
Shaquilla. DK Weir, Harry Coffey. This will dictate how large Saturday night is for me out at Swan Hill. Is there much to do?
There's a couple of venues that you hang around Welsh and you'll probably show the way.
I think he'll be cast by now. He over raced on Sunday and he didn't come good till still not come good.
Yeah, I've heard there's a few sort of venues there that go well.
So race 8, number 5 on Saturday, Our Shaquilla. Very, very keen. Anything from you?
No.
Your brother likes it, doesn't he, as well?
Yeah, he was tipping.
So that's a push from the trials as well?
No, I just think he found it. Doing the form, which probably isn't a knock either.
Is a knock or isn't a knock?
Isn't. He's flying at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right, we head to Sunday. There's only 2 races I want to bet into, race 8 and race 9. Have you got anything else?
Last start at, I think it was Geelong. Yeah, Geelong for Pip's pick.
Are we on race
5?
Race 5.
I was tipped this horse by a few people, and it's got short enough SPs that I think the stable think it has enough ability. It was backed sort of his first run without having a public trial or anything like that. And he's been hard in the market a few times since then. Well, I know the horse has got ability. He did a lot of work there last start. Sort of more going off the sort of tip I got there last start. But he can still be running around in a race like this that doesn't have a lot of depth.
And this is
He
definitely
might be one early.
if you want to follow in Nick here, I think this is definitely a race where if you come and find Walshy in the betting ring, he will let you on for a fair bit because he will be cursing Darren Weir by this stage of the carnival, going off what happened at the Bull. He will hate him, and he always keen to oppose Bradford Willer. So
Brad from 2. That's a big negative for Welsh there, but
he'll be taking him on,
the
guys.
short enough SPs, I think this horse has got enough talent to indicate that he can be running a race well enough here. Race 6, I was keen to bet here. Buck Bay, trialled very, very well there at Werribee. He's always been a horse who I've followed. He's SP favourite in Melbourne his last start back in December of last year, and then won first up at Hamilton where he just led all the way. This is a serious horse. There's a few knocks here. 9.75 is probably my main concern, but off his trial, he'll be very hard to beat. If we get I think we'll get around $3-4. I'm happy enough to bet there. He looks the class horse in the race. He could be one of the horses to follow out of the carnival. Trav's very, very keen on this horse. I thought he trialled very well as well. He's going to be extremely hard to beat here.
So say it again. Race which?
Race 6, horse number 3, Buck Bay. Keen. And then race 7, another Weir runner. He could have a very, very big carnival.
Well, you're hoping he does, aren't you?
Yeah, following him hard. I was sort of against him at Warrnambool, but I've learnt my lesson.
Couldn't have ended well.
Yeah, no, it didn't. Thundercloud just got too far back at Cranbourne last start in race 6, horse number 4 here. Was hard in the market, was backed. His win prior at Warrnambool, where he was backed, smashed a horse called Hangman, made him look like a second rater who went to Bendigo and won very well. 2,000 metres, Yendel, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, that Hangman race was pretty strong yesterday, where Sasko hit the line okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Was really good yesterday.
this horse will sort of be around $2.50, but he should be winning.
Yep. All right, nothing from me. I'm keen to bet though in race 8. We're up to that now.
Yeah, race 8's the Cup. Punters.
Swan Hill Cup, 1600 metre race. I am very keen on race 8, number 7, Magic Console. On the week back up from a brave run at Moonee Valley where it wasn't suited, stuck to its task. Very astute stable, very consistent horse. From 8, finds a nice spot. Keen. I think we're going to get a good price.
Stable's flying.
Yeah, we're going to get a nice price here. There'll be some money for Guizo. There'll be money for Silenced. There might have been money for a horse like Kenjawood and Tutush. I think this thing's like a moral each way. I'm really keen.
Again, following your money.
Follow your money. That's one of my number 1 rules. Number 2 rule probably. Follow money.
Okay. I thought Tutush probably the one to beat here. He'll be favourite. I'd be imagining Jay Cargill, Clarkin flying. Horse is just a winner. Now he's gone to the Clarkin stable. No knocks from Carr from 12. Pacadali's tried well enough to say he could be forward enough to run a race here.
Brad from 2.
Yeah, he might be a watch for sort of later in the prep. Silence is right in the game. For the sake of a tip, I'm Tutush, but I'm probably not betting.
Yeah, I am unloading Magic Console each way if we get each way prices. So $2 a bet at the place. I'm really, really keen. Race 9. Oh, which did I like here? Oh, yeah. Did you like one here?
Yeah, I think a Brocco can run well here. We might get a bit of value about this horse.
It says trial well.
It has. Trial well. Bit of the gear coming off. He's a bit of an enigma. Like, he's a horse who has a lot of ability, but he's been victim of circumstance and stepped him up in grade. I think Dan McCarthy can really train. We saw Ashwell there on Saturday. He's a trainer where if the money goes on, definitely follow the horses in too.
Tactically, can he train?
Well, he had Fred on, Ashwell, so that didn't help at all. But this is a horse...
Yeah, but he tells Fred where to go.
Speaking with the trainer after the race, wasn't delighted. I'll say that much. But look, if we get sort of $10 around this horse, 1 by 3, he's a good bet for mine.
Oh, I'm keen. Invincible Owl at sort of $8 each way, small play each way. And Mert the Flirt. Is it his brother, Brendan?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, the brothers got a horse in the same race. It's
They got-
scary.
And then they got another one in it as well.
Oh god. That is scary. That's really scary, actually. I'm probably staying out of the race now.
You're just looking too much into it.
Nah, don't trust them. Staying out of the race. Nothing against those trainers, but just 3 horses, 1 race when I'm on another one. I thought Invincible Out, if they're running on, is ready to sort of do something.
Yeah, and then race 10, I think Neil Desperendum's a smart mare now. Race 10 horse number 8.
How do you say that?
Neil Desperendum.
Better than me.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. She won well there, first up last prep at Yarra Valley. Went to town, SP favourite. Not all in her favour there. Last start, she ran behind the almighty Milo Oliver, who was just a star in the making because he's my horse. No, he's not that good. He got a PR and won. I think that's a complete forgive run though. Heavy 10. Horses just didn't make ground that night at all. She didn't look like she handled the conditions that well. Back to a drier track here.
What price did my little Oliver start that night?
$26.
So here I am trying to promote the
Well,
young man as a
I didn't think
quality
he'd win.
analyst and punter that I believe he is. And I didn't get a text.
I didn't think he'd win, albeit, but
Did you have anything on? Because I felt like the vibe I got off Twitter was a fair few people at Racing.com got on.
I was the only one in the family that got on.
Oh,
So, and I only back him because I back all of them because I'm a victim. But yeah, back to Neil Desperendum. Think she can run well here, sort of 1 by 3, charging home down the outside. That could be the pattern of the day come sort of race 10 after a 3-day carnival. But yeah, she'll be the one.
all right. So there's a bunch of bets we're really keen on at Swan Hill. I think the Mighty Quins are moral. I think Magic Console each way is a great bet. Austin Silla will win. Will run really well. I hope it wins. Obviously, we haven't seen any prices. Are you going to Swan Hill?
Not actually.
Oh, I was going to corrupt you if you did. So you're not at all?
No.
Trav?
No.
Oh, God.
It's on. I reckon it's on.
Who's
the
man the
bucket
cameras?
list. The Bendigo crew, I think. So that's their gig.
All right, well, that's it from us, guys. Hope you have a fat weekend. You done, aren't you?
Good luck.
Ciao.